Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Charlie Show part... I lost count, but I think it's part 10. Elizabeth and I are running on time here to get our makeup done. So, as you can see, I am in my fabulous pink nightie. Elizabeth is a little bit cut off on the camera right now, no comment. But we're going to go ahead and get our makeup started, players. So, if you could scoot over a little bit more. This way, towards the camera. Because you're going to be cut out. So, when you do your thing, just look in the camera. So we're going to go ahead and do our makeup. You guys have seen me do it plenty of times, but we're just going to go ahead and do it for you. Holla back. So if it was your makeup. It's been a pretty entertaining day. As you can see, time has pretty much gone by really fast. Right now it is 6:18. Of course, Elizabeth, she doesn't like to wear a lot of makeup, but I like to try and do her eyeshadow and stuff for her sometimes. But as you can see, I'm just putting on the same foundation I always put on, which is the Dream Liquid Mousse. Pretty much the same thing Elizabeth uses.
I use a multitude of things. I still use Maybelline. Maybelline seems to be the best.
Yes.
But I also do recommend, if anyone can afford it, to get the Bare Minerals makeup. This stuff was pretty expensive, but it does the job and it covers really well and you look really flawless.
Yes, and flawless is the key word.
I got this tip from another person in the past. Her name was... she never could decide on her name. It was always changing. But basically, she, developed this chalky look, and that became her signature way of doing makeup, and she told me to buy some.
And as you guys know, I don't really use powder too often because, for me, it seems to break me out, so no comment. But I'll use it a little bit every now and then at the drag show so that I don't look so sweaty and fried.
Well, it's like you have a time limit. I say makeup should really be worn no more than 12 hours a day. Just after 12 hours, it's time to wash it off.
Elizabeth, you're going to do your foundation. Show them a little how you do your foundation.
I just go on a basic coat of foundation. And that's pretty much all I do is foundation, and then I do eyeliner, and very rarely do I do eyeshadow. I have not found any colors of eyeshadow that look flawless on my skin.
Yes, Elizabeth's very picky about what eyeshadow color she uses on her face, which I can understand.
Well, many things don't show up. They don't have enough pigment, or it doesn't blend well with my skin.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is always the key word in having eyeshadows is pigment. Pigment. You guys know I always use these colors right here, Flawless. I learned that from Big Cuz52, my friend on YouTube. Okay, so I've done my foundation so far, as you guys know. You guys know that the next thing I always like to do is my blush. So, work on my blush. And Elizabeth will show you how she puts on her foundation real quick as I go and get my blush brush.
I just use a simple pad and just wipe around sideways, up, down, get good coverage. That's about all, really. I go for a more natural look as I'm not drag queen. So I just do light, normal, natural. I seem to embrace more earthy tones like golds and browns and those kind of colors. They seem to, I think, look best on women of color. I mean, just look at the people who does makeup like Jennifer Hudson and Jill Scott. No comment on the people that be doing Oprah's makeup.
Really? Really?
Really.
And you guys know that I always like to use the powdered stuff blush to do my blush first, and then I like to use lipstick. Elizabeth, you need a little blush. Come here, please.
My blush is gold.
It's not showing enough. Elizabeth doesn't like to wear a lot of makeup because she believes she looks like a slut.
Or a clown.
No comment.
I believe less is more. See, the trick is to wear as little as possible and look flawless, instead of being fake and cakey. And it's best to use makeup to highlight natural features. Now what Charlie is doing right now seems to be contouring. Kind of.
I just do it to make myself up. It's just this one. Okay, so I did my foundation and my blush. Now, coming up on the next part, part 11, we are going to do the eyeshadow and lipstick and all that stuff. You guys know that during the break, I usually do it because of time restrictions. So, we'll see you on the next part. Holla!